Hey guys, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Wednesday update. It is, I forgot to look at the 18th of February, 2025, and thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. And make sure you follow me on all the different social medias and check out my book, Carpe Diem Scroto 365 Daily Affirmations. And you can find out more about that at www.cdsthebook.com. So, I'll be honest with you, it's not technically Wednesday as of yet. It's 11:12 p.m. So 12 minutes after 11 p.m. So Tuesday night. And yeah. So I'm really just drained right now. And I don't want to get up early in the morning to do this video. So honestly, that's why it's getting done now. Today has been, actually the last couple of days have been fairly emotional for me. And I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat it. So for almost a week, I've been trying to get a hold of my biological mother. And it's just going straight to voicemail. She's not answering the phone or whatever else. And Monday, I got a phone call from a phone number from Oregon that I didn't have in my contacts, and I was like, okay. So I answered her. I'm like, what's up? Who is this? What's going on? And it was her caregiver. And she told me that she came in and found her in a state of unkemptness. We'll just say it like that. And that the house was really kind of dirty and messed up, and that there was a bunch of stuff just kind of like everywhere. And the caregiver said that she was able to get her showered and cleaned up and everything else. But when I talked to my biological mom, the voice that was on the phone was not her. In all of my years of being this woman's child, I've never heard her with that type of voice, and it was just very, very squeaky. And hi, honey, how are you? And I was like, bitch, you got to go to the fucking ER. No, I don't want to. I'm like, do you feel like shit right now? Because you sound like it. And she's all, yeah, I'm not feeling all that great. And I said, what's your blood sugar? I don't know. Okay. Don't you think you should test it? I don't know where my tester is. Okay. Tell your caregiver to find your fucking blood tester, or take her ass down to Walmart and get one for like $9 and bring it back and test your fucking blood sugar. Hospice took this woman off of her fucking insulin. And they said that the reason that they're doing it is because they would rather her have a high blood sugar than for her to have, for her not to, like, take her blood pressure medication and all that other stuff. And I'm like, do you all fucking know what the hell you're talking about? I said, I am a diabetic. That woman is a hypoglycemic diabetic, which means that she is more apt to run low than she is, or I mean, she's hypo, so she's more apt to run low, but she tends to run high. And if she's not taking her insulin, she is going to be high. I said, so you have 3 things that are possibly going on with her right now, and it sounds like you're just being incontinent. Like, incompetent. Not incontinent. Incompetent. I said, so, the very first thing is, test your goddamn blood sugar. If it's too low, as you should know, being a caregiver, if it is too low or too high, she could slip into a diabetic coma. If her blood sugar is within normal range, 60 to 100, 120 at, 120 at most, if she hasn't eaten, that tells you that she's in diabetic duress. So, you need to do something about that and fix that. Like, if you're just providing her end of care, like end of life care, then we need to switch her back over to regular medical. Because this shit of letting her go through this, like, passive suicide or whatever is not okay. Like, if she wants to die, let her die. But we're not doing this whole, like, sitting in the corner waiting to die thing. Like, the last time I talked to her, she was making plans for 5, 6, 7 years down the road, talking about how she wanted to move, how she wanted to go visit friends and family, and all this other stuff. And then now you're telling me that she's not doing all that great. And it's like, okay, what the fuck ever. Okay. So the second thing that could possibly be going on with her is, due to the time period of the month, she might be high on meth and coming down, which means that she hasn't eaten and her fucking blood sugar's messed up. And the fact that she's on heart medications means that she probably hasn't been taking her fucking medications for her heart, and she's having all kinds of backup going on. The third thing is that she probably has some kind of raging internal infection. These are the 3 things that I know that person to be exhibiting any kind of strange behavior, which for her is a fucking broad, like, list of what is strange versus what is normal for her. So I told the care nurse, I'm like, listen, she's not going to go to the hospital. She's got medical trauma in her past, and if she wants to die at home, fucking let her die at home. But you're not going to get her to move into a assisted living facility, which is what everyone wants. And in a different scenario, with her being a completely different person, might be a probability. But she gets very spiteful, very vindictive, and very apprehensive is a mild word for her. So I said, if you put her into any kind of facility, she needs to be in a room by herself. Because if she has a roommate or something and she does not like that roommate, she will harm and injure that roommate. She will harm and injure your orderlies. And you cannot, by law, restrain her. And, there's like a lot of shit you can't do. And so if that's your thought process, is that you want to get her out of her living space to put her into a nursing home or something like that, you need to understand that this is what is going to happen. And that's not fair to your orderlies, and that's not fair to that other convalescing person. So I don't know what you want to do. And I'm not being argumentative, and I'm not being like callous or whatever else, but it's very fucking difficult to parent a parent who's never parented. And that has become a mantra for me. And dealing with all my own mental health, my own physical health, my own everything else, to take on her bullshit also is really difficult. And I know that the person who is saying this right now, when she passes, may not be the same person. I've wanted her to be a mother my entire fucking life. And it hasn't been that way. Everything with her has been very transactional, very manipulative, very emotionally, and sometimes physically abusive. And her favorite thing to do was like try to take you on a guilt trip. The only trip the bitch has ever taken me on is a guilt trip, okay? But like, if I did something wrong, it's like, oh, well, you broke my trust in you, so it's gonna be a long time before you earn it back, and all this other fuck you. Like, the number of times I've said fuck you to this woman in my life, from pretty much the age of 10 all the way up through to my adulthood, has been incalculable. And it's not that I don't love her. It's that I have dealt with so much bullshit from her. Psychological abuse, physical abuse, manipulation, the whole 9 yards, And I've had to learn how to separate myself from her based on just what I need to do to keep myself protected, to keep myself somewhat healthy, to keep myself from continuously being hurt. Any other person in the universe would have cut her completely out of their lives and would have gone 100% no contact. And trust me, there's been months and years that we have gone without talking to one another. And it's been more of a rocky kind of friendship than a mother-son relationship. And so anyways, I don't know what the hell to do about this situation. But the caregiver, or the main boss, like her like social worker type person, called me today and was like, Michael, here's what's going on, blah blah, what do you want to do? I'm like, dude, there's nothing to do. My sister and I and our aunt, her only living sibling, are all in agreement that we're just going to allow nature to take its course. However, we are also in agreement that she should continue to receive care like she's going to be up and dancing tomorrow. Not this like pseudo hands-off approach with providing her care. Like, you're not just going to make her comfortable and let her slip away. No, that if that's what you're going to do, you don't have to kick rocks, but you do need to disturb the gravel. And he was like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother you with all the little incidentals. And I'm like, no, bother me. Call me the fuck up and let me know what's going on. But at the end of the day, she needs to stay where she's at, because it's not going to go well if you move her. So, I don't know how much longer she has. She was given 4 to 6 months by the hospital and who the fuck ever else put her on hospice care. And I don't know what the answer is, but whatever it is, divine intervention has not bestowed me with that knowledge. So, all of that aside, though, that has really kind of worn me down, and I feel really just kind of drained. And yeah. And tonight at the bar, because remember, this is Tuesday night while I'm recording this, and it's now 11:29 p.m. And I realize that we're 17 minutes into this and haven't really gotten into anything. But anyways, it's probably going to be another long video because I have a lot that I need to talk about, and it's up to you if you want to watch this video all the way through or not. I know there's probably 5 of you who actually do watch my videos all the way through, but whatever. So anyways, that aside, I'm dealing with my own high blood pressure and trying to fix that situation. I never wanted to start taking blood pressure medications, but well, I made a 3-hour video basically saying goodbye to my loved ones and kind of telling my last will and testament on a video, talking about what to do with my Funko Pops, what to do with my cat, who gets what. There's specific things that I want people to have. And I said, everyone who's in my contact list, let them know. Post it on all of my social medias. If you need to get into any of my accounts, here's how you get into my accounts. Here's 99.9% of my passwords. Here's all of the numerical combinations for everything in my house. Here's the numerical combinations for my shotgun, for my safe, for this, for that, for whatever else. The adoption paperwork for my cat has all of his information in there, and how to change over his microchip, and how to do this, that, and the other thing. And the reason I made that video is because my blood pressure was 197 over 158 with 93% oxygen or some shit like that. I can't. I remember that it was almost 200 over like a really super high number. And I don't know what any of that shit means. I just know that it's like not a good thing. And I was feeling like crap. I was super lightheaded and really just kind of lethargic and coming out of being sick. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on. Like I had this weird sinus head cold type thing, and I know that was making my blood pressure go up higher because I can't breathe, and so I'm also sick and fighting off whatever the fuck is going on. Go to the doctor doesn't do shit. He's like, oh well, it's not COVID. Fuck COVID. I am so goddamn done with COVID and all of that bullshit. And now it's like, oh, well, there's the bird flu, and it's now gone through cows and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, quit asking me if I've gone to a farm, if I've been out of the country. Like, you guys see what kind of fucking medical I have. Does it seem like I've been out of the country? And if I've been out of the country, it's been to Mexico or to Canada. And I haven't been to Mexico in almost 20-something years. So, yeah. And I haven't been to Canada in 6 years, give or take. Even though I live 40 miles from Canada and I could walk out to the beach and see Canada, like, literally. Like, I haven't left the country. I'm sure as fuck not getting on any damn airplanes right now, not since the FFA or FAA or whatever the acronym is has been dismantled, and all the bullshit happening with all of our domestic flights and stuff like that. Like, absolutely the fuck not. I will walk. I will be there in spirit, in thoughts and prayers. I will be there on Zoom, but I'm not going to be on a plane. Like, no. This dude is not getting on a plane. I have seen way too many fucking scary movies to get my fat ass on a plane. First of all, I have panic attacks as is. So the fact that all of these planes are blowing up and crashing, and the one that just flipped over on its fucking back and the wings ripped off, like, come on now. No, we're not. No. Not in this America. So, yeah. I was given a plane ticket for a Christmas present, and I told my sister the other day, I was like, I'm not flying anywhere, so can I please redeem that plane ticket for cash value, because I'm not getting on a plane. Unless I absolutely 100% have to fucking get on a plane, I'm not getting on a plane. And even then, it's like, I'm going to take a handful of Xanax and just be like, okay, let's do this, you know. And I'm drinking all the drinks. So, yes, I'm mixing Xanax with alcohol on this metaphorical flight or hypothetical flight that I may or may not take. But yeah. And then the therapist that I've been seeing has suggested that I try to do art therapy, ART, which stands for Accelerated Resolution Therapy. Now, when she said art therapy or ART therapy, I was like, oh, okay, you know, I kind of do that already, thinking painting, drawing, coloring, arts and crafts. And when she explained that it's accelerated resolution therapy, and it's like focusing on the movement of your fingers while thinking about a traumatic experience or whatever, it's not like you're focusing on your own hand and you're waving it up and down in front of your face. You're like looking at a therapist and they're like waving their hand and you follow the motions with your eyes, and it's supposed to rewire shit in your brain. I've done a very shallow dive into it, and it's not a methodology of mental health that I've studied. I've studied CBT and what is it? EMDT, where you move your eyes around or whatever else and it like reprograms and stuff. But it's like a combination of 3 or 4 different methodologies. And so I have a very rudimentary understanding of this particular therapy. Like I said, it's not something that I'm versed in. And I've only done a shallow dive, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, like trying to figure out whatever else. And so yeah. So next Wednesday, a week from today, I am going to be seeing that therapist. And it is a basic introduction and Q&A session, because I refused to sign one of the paper or one of the consent forms because of the verbiage in it. And basically, a summary of the verbiage was that I might be in an activated state and that I don't hold the therapist or the counseling group liable for anything that I may or may not do or experience after care. The fuck? No. So, that's what we're going to talk about. And, there's going to need to be some amendments to, I just caused myself to sneeze. But there's going to be some amendments that, need to take place. And if the therapist and the, group is not going to make those amendments or make those adjustments, I don't know that I'm going to go through with the therapies. So as of right now, I don't know if I'm doing ART therapy. I'm scheduled for it, like I said. I have a meeting with my regular counselor Monday, and then I see the other counselor on Wednesday. So I'm just going to reiterate, if the verbiage on that paperwork stands, I am not going to do that therapy. And I am also going to reiterate that I am here at your practice for ADD, ADHD testing. I don't want talk therapy. I don't want any other type of therapies or methodologies or modalities. I want this testing. If you are not able to provide that testing for me, fucking tell me and quit dragging me. I don't want to be dragged around. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I like my little skeleton t-shirt. I like him. He's colorful. And it says, don't be afraid to be yourself. And I picked it up on Amazon because it was like $20 and in my size, and I needed a new shirt. And with all of the negativity going around in the universe, well, not in the universe, but all the negativity going around social media and in this country right now, we all need to be ourselves, and we all need to show our solidarity with one another, and just do the best to live the life that we have. We only have one, unless you're a Buddhist, and fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not a Buddhist, so I'm not sure if I'll be reincarnated or not, or if reincarnation is real, but yeah, so that's something completely different. But yeah, so this is my little fuck you to the world. Like, be yourself. Doesn't matter who says what about shit. None of us are for sure that there is an afterlife. None of us are for sure what is right. And what is right for me might not be right for you. And what is right for you might not be right for me. So that's part of what America used to be about, was just being a good person and living life. And what is that? The whole life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, or some shit like that. So yeah, I have completely changed my algorithm on all of my social media accounts, because I have been posting so much, like, just heartfelt stories. Like, if it is something that is overtly political and like ultra religious, like Christian nationalism type bullshit, I'm reporting the account and I'm blocking it, because I don't want to see any of that shit on my timeline. I want to see good content. And I think I got spoiled being over on Red Note, because American social media is bullshit. When you leave America and all of its bullshit media, you actually get to see who the people of the world actually are. And just being on Red Note and seeing all of the like the Asian and Chinese influencers, and like the beauty of their culture, and like how welcoming and how beautiful they are, and just like, and I keep saying beautiful, not like in every aspect of the word beautiful. And you remove American politics, which, if you go onto Red Note and you try to put your American politics and your bullshit agendas and religious stuff on there, you are kicked off. Like, you get a couple of warnings, but you're basically kicked off almost instantly. And there's a bunch of people on there who hopped ship from, or who got on there and tried to like, oh, America, 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 and the whole like Chinese populace basically said, shut up. And like, people are like, quit doing this to my videos and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no. And I report people on there. I'm sorry, if you're this complexion and you're over there acting 5 fools and 13 asses, I'm reporting you. I'm reporting your profile. I'm taking screenshots. I'm doing the whole 9 yards, because we are on their social media platform. One of like 5 that their government allows them to have, and that they have been so generous in opening up to the TikTok refugees. And now that TikTok's back, it's like, but is it? Because it doesn't feel like TikTok anymore. And I went through and I like blocked all of Meta products. Like, I blocked Facebook, I blocked Messenger, I blocked Instagram. Anything that has anything to do with Meta, I blocked. I blocked Microsoft. I blocked like anything to do with Microsoft. Elon Musk, all of those people, I've blocked that shit. And honestly, I really don't go on TikTok anymore unless somebody sends me something. Like, all my videos are going up on Blue Sky. All my pictures are going up on Pink Sky. And I'm waiting for Skylight to come out so that I can, like, do videos and stuff on it. And I'm kind of slowly phasing out Facebook. Am I going to be completely off of Facebook or completely off of Meta products? Probably not. But that's just because my friends and family are on there, and that's how I connect with them. But in general, my content, I'm resharing content and adding very little content to my algorithm. Adding very little content to my personal Facebook feed. Like I said, I'm resharing stuff. This huge push against transgendered people, I'm sharing the shit out of transgender news. I'm sharing the shit out of transgender, like, videos and things to deal with the LGBTQIA2S plus community. Yeah, we're the fucking alphabet mafia, whatever you want to call it, but it stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, intersex, transgender, queer, or questioning, depending on what age bracket you're in. LG, so lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, asexual, LGBTQIA, two-spirit, plus. So, yeah. But yeah, I've just been resharing all of that content. Like, you're against it? Here, let me send it to you. Here, let me tag you in it. Here, let me put it directly in your face. So, yeah, it's my form. It's my little bit of protest, I guess. Because I have friends and family member who are parts of that community. I have friends and family members who are transgender. I have friends and family members who are gay, lesbian, bisexual. I have friends that are intersex. I have friends that are two-spirited because, well, Native American, got Native American friends. And I know that I don't look Native. I'm Apache Muscalero and Swedish. So that's my heritage. I look like this because Washington never has sun and I don't go out in the sun. When I lived in California, I always had a dark complexion and you could see that my skin was red, not this pasty pink white color. So whatever. Anyways, my boy cat is being weird. He is doing his important blinky work. I don't know if you'll... I can't pull him up on there. But, anyways, so yeah, there's just so much going on right now. Just so freaking much. And, I can continue on for like another 45 minutes to an hour, but I think I've gotten enough out. I'm going to put more into the podcast. So yeah, stay tuned to the podcast again. The podcast is podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.